There are some things we just accept as true, right? Like, rivers only flow one way. But today, we're going to look at a story about one man who decided to challenge that, to actually reverse the current.
So, can the impossible actually be made possible? I mean, we've all been told you can't do that at some point, but what does it really take to succeed when all the odds are stacked against you, when literally everyone is telling you to just give up? We're about to dive into one man's incredible answer to that exact question.
Listen to this. For me, my life was less than food. Wow. Just let that sink in for a second. These are the words of Raju Singh, the man at the center of our story. This tells you right away, this wasn't about chasing some dream of getting rich. This was about survival.
All right, so where does a story like this even begin? Well, you might think it starts with some huge team and a big fancy plan, but no. It started with one person, all alone. Okay, let's set the scene. It's 2004. Raju Singh leaves the massive city of Delhi for Bihar. All he's got is basically a flag and an idea. But here's where it gets tough, like right away. Almost everyone who said they'd support him, they bailed. Colleagues, supporters, gone. The whole mission just seemed insane to them. And when the dust settled, you know who was left? Just 3 mentors and a couple of associates. That's it. That was the whole team against this massive, impossible dream.
So what was driving him? It wasn't just about making it. No, it was something deeper. Something really defiant. He was determined to, and this is the perfect metaphor, literally reverse the river.
So let's talk about this phrase, Ulti Ganga Bahana. It's really the key to understanding everything. The Ganges, right? It's one of the most powerful rivers on the planet. So to even talk about making it flow backwards, you're basically saying you're going to defy the laws of nature. It's the ultimate way of saying you're going to do the impossible.
And make no mistake, this wasn't just some clever phrase. The danger was absolutely real. He himself described it as being like a swimmer trying to fight their way upstream against a raging river. It's not just that it's hard, it's that you could literally be swept away and lose everything. That was the risk he was taking on.
So you have to ask, what kind of person does this? What fuels someone to take on something so impossible? Well, according to Raju himself, it's simple. He says, since childhood, I've been very stubborn. For him, this wasn't some character flaw. It was his superpower. That relentless, I will not give up attitude, that was everything.
Okay, so he's stubborn. But being stubborn by yourself isn't enough, right? You just burn out. His impossible journey was actually built on something even more powerful, trust.
And this is so important. His belief wasn't just, I can do this. It was this incredible trust he had in those few people who stuck by him when everyone else left. He says it himself. I had trust in my mentors. Because of that trust, I reversed the Ganges. He directly connects his biggest achievement to the faith he put in them. That's huge.
And get this. This wasn't just, I trust my colleagues to do their jobs. It was so much deeper. He actually said, I love my team more than my own children. That's a pretty shocking thing to say, right? It just shows you a level of commitment that's way beyond what you'd see from a typical boss. His team wasn't just a resource, they were everything to him.
So let's just be crystal clear here. For Raju Singh, trust wasn't some buzzword he learned in a business seminar. It was the actual foundation of the whole thing, the bedrock. Because when you're trying to do the impossible, you simply can't do it by yourself. And your belief in the people fighting alongside you, it has to be absolute. No questions asked. All right, so we've got the struggle, the stubbornness, the incredible trust. So what happened? What was the result of all this? Well, the outcome was just as wild and unconventional as the journey to get there.
This right here, this visualizes what he did perfectly. Think about it. For generations, the flow of opportunity, of talent, of money in India was all one way, from rural places like Bihar to the big cities like Delhi. That's just how it worked. What Raju Singh did, he didn't just fight that current. He actually turned it around. He built his success in Bihar and created a whole new path back to the capital. He created a new river. And if you want to know what that looks like in practical terms, well, this number kind of says it all. 90%. After starting with absolutely nothing, after pretty much everyone gave up on him, he now owns 90% of the company he built from scratch. 90%.
And that's the real kicker here. He didn't just build a successful business. He proved that the flow of opportunity doesn't have to be a one-way street. He literally reversed the river.
Okay, so what does this amazing story mean for us? For you? What are the lessons we can pull from this and use in our own lives, our own struggles?
It really boils down to 3 big ideas, right? First, that's stubbornness. that relentless refusal to quit no matter what anyone tells you. Second, that absolute unwavering trust in your team, in the people who believe in you. And third, honesty, building everything you do on a foundation of integrity. According to Raju, if you have those three things, you can make the impossible happen.
And so, all of this leaves us with one last really important question. A question for you. Take a look at your own life, your own goals, your own challenges. What's the river that everyone tells you only flows one way? What's the current you feel like you need to swim against? What is your reversed river?